Hey everyone, welcome back to Tiger's Financial Journey. Today, we're diving into a topic that's making headlines around the globe: tariffs. We're going to break down what tariffs are and their historical role, and most importantly, take a close look at the dramatic tariff moves announced by President Trump in April of 2025, famously dubbed Liberation Day. So, if you want to understand how these policies could impact everything from your grocery bill to global trade, keep watching. Let's start with the basics. Tariffs are taxes imposed on imported goods. They come in two forms: ad valorem tariffs, which are a percentage of the goods value, and specific tariffs, which are a fixed fee per unit. Originally, tariffs were a government primary revenue source and played a key role in early industrialization. In simple terms, tariffs are taxes on imports. They can protect domestic industries by making foreign products more expensive, and they were once the backbone of government revenue before income taxes took over. But why do countries impose tariffs? Well, there are a few key reasons. First, tariffs can protect domestic industries by giving local products a competitive edge. Second, they're used to address trade imbalances. Think of it as a way to discourage excessive imports. And third, they provide the government with revenue. However, there's a flip side. Tariffs can lead to higher consumer prices, supply chain disruptions, and even trigger retaliatory measures from other nations. Historically, tariffs have been both a tool for growth and a source of economic conflict. Remember the Smoot-Hawley Tariff Act of 1930? That measure, meant to protect domestic jobs, worsened the Great Depression as other countries retaliated. Fast forward to today, and the debate over tariffs continues, but now with a global twist. So Trump announced a sweeping new tariff regime during his Liberation Day speech in the Rose Garden. Here's what he laid out: a universal 10% tariff on all US imports, effective April 5th. Also, additional reciprocal tariffs will start on April 9th for countries accused of unfair trade practices. For example, China faced a staggering 24% tariff, piling onto previous duties to reach an effective 54% rate, while the EU and Japan were hit with 20% and 24% respectively. The foreign-made automobiles were set to face a 25% tariff effective April 3rd. Trump argued that these measures would revive American manufacturing, reduce the massive trade deficit, and generate revenue to cut national debt. But critics warned that such protectionism could trigger a global trade war, raise consumer prices, and disrupt supply chains. Globally, the response was immediate. China vowed retaliatory tariffs and legal challenges through the WTO. The European Union prepared its countermeasures, with officials signaling potential new tariffs if negotiations failed. And although Canada and Mexico were mostly exempt from the new reciprocal tariffs due to prior agreements, they're still under pressure from separate tariff measures. Market reactions were swift. US stocks futures fell, and economic analysts predicted that inflation could rise by about 1% and vehicle prices might jump by 11 to 12% as companies pass on the cost to consumers. While Trump supporters see tariffs as a tool to reclaim economic independence and protect American jobs, many economists caution that these policies might do more harm than good in the long run, as higher tariffs can lead to increased customer prices, disruptions in global supply chains, retaliatory measures that spark a full-blown trade war, and reduced innovation as domestic industries lose competitive pressure. On top of the economic debate, there are also significant political and legal dimensions to consider. Trump invoked presidential authority under laws like the International Emergency Economic Powers Act to impose these tariffs without immediate congressional approval. While popular among his base, this move sparked controversy over the separation of powers and raised questions about the future of US trade policies. So what's the takeaway? Tariffs have long been a double-edged sword. They can protect domestic industries and generate revenue, but risk inflating prices, disrupting global trade, and igniting retaliatory actions. President Trump's tariff policies announced on Liberation Day is a bold move aimed at rewriting global trade rules, But as with all bold moves, only time will tell if it delivers on its promises or triggers unintended consequences. And thank you for watching. If you found this video helpful, please hit the like button, subscribe, and click on the bell icon to avoid missing a future video on global politics and trade policies. We'd love to hear your thoughts. Drop a comment below. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.